Hey guys, I'm Captain Duck and this is the DFVIDTUTS 2015. In this episode I'll cover basic farming. We need to get a farm up and running and do something with the stuff which is getting butchered and hunted and cooked that and get ourselves our dwarves some meals before they starve in the first winter. We don't want that to happen. And yeah, this is what we built so far, just some stockpiles up there, wood crafter and that sort of things. Here I'm going to build my farms. We'll be seeing a whole lot of this level. And down here I've built my first dining room slash meeting hall and a bedroom slash dormitory. Okay, well, that worked out fine for now, so let's start with farming. And yeah, we prepared a whole big area for here, and if I unpause for a second then they'll start finish digging that. That's all the room I need for farming. Okay, we'll dig out that little tile as well. And I should give some extra digging commands. This will be useful for the future. Let's actually dig the moat, because in the next episode I want to try and talk about some basic defenses. And we'll need the moat then. Now let's start in this corner. No, because we're going to channel on this level. Now the way I designed things were like this. This is annoying though. Now I'm doing basic stuffs for the next video. Shouldn't maybe really be in here. But, oh well, you'll probably watch these videos in order anyway. Now, some things need to be removed. Some of these stockpiles I'm snipping off here by going PX to remove stockpiles. And, yeah, the tanner here is also in the way. So, well, channel that out for now. That will be fine. Okay, so on to the real of this part of this video, farming. I'm sorry guys. I'm trying to make these videos shorter and more topic related, but it's hard since you have to do things in order anyway. So Toad is dying. So let's set up some farms. So we'll start with the basic part of farming, the actual farms. And that's B and then P. So B to build a farm. This is a bit weird. You have to select a size of that, and you do that with the U, M, K, H buttons. That's U to make it bigger, M to make it smaller in the vertical direction basically, and the same with K and H. K to make it bigger, H to make it smaller in that direction. And using these in combination I can make it bigger or smaller. And well, now we can set up a farm for so our dwarves should start farming. Let's set you up with a nice big farm. What I usually do is do a big farm like this, and that'll be for plump helmets. This is the max size. There's a max to the size the farm can be, and that's like 9 tiles or 10 tiles. And well, like this I can place that, and that's, well, basically the farm build. But we'll need to do more things with the farms as well. So let's set up some extra stuff near that. As you can see, the thing starting to happen here. Let's start on the extra stuff, because you want to build some workshops near there. And yeah, we'll need to build a couple of things, and that's all in the BW menu. We'll need to make a room for stills and a room for the kitchen. Let's do that in the south, I guess. Or I can do that on the left here. Yeah. So I'm going to build stills first. Stills are for making booze, making alcohol out of your drinks, out of your plants, distilling them to be booze, and your dwarves will need to drink that. And yeah, your dwarves want to drink that. If they don't have boots, they work slower, so you want actually your fortress filled with booze all the time. There's still 40 drinks around. If we look in the kitchen with the tab here, There's still 20 dwarven ales and 20 dwarven beers around, so that's all that I took with me, but that'll run out at one point, so that's why we're making this. Let's also set up a kitchen, because that's something we'll need as well. Let's do that. Let's BW menu again, then Z for the kitchen. How about we put the kitchens in this corner? I like building 2 of them, which is usually more than enough to keep your entire fortress fed. Now I'm pausing so my farmer dwarf here can make the farm. Who's my farmer dwarf? That's Dick Rebuttal. Hi. Well, Dick, you're a farmer. And he'll be done with that in a second. I think it's done. Yeah. Now if I press Q and move to the farm, I can select what can be grown in the farm. Now you also got to remember here that there's seasons. Let me move the Dwarf Fortress window a little bit. You won't see the clicks at the moment, or terribly, but you can see here if I press A, B, C or D, then there's the 4 seasons. And let's start with spring and move the menu back a little bit. Or 1 second, I need to move this around. The one part of the game where you have something at the bottom of the screen here, which is normally not very important. Okay, so if I go with Q back to the farm, go with A to press to go to the spring in the farm. Each button is a different season, and they'll plant a different thing at different season, because some crops don't work in different seasons. Like quarry bushes, they grow fine in the spring and in the summer and in the autumn, but they don't grow in the winter. And there's a couple of options here. I've got seeds in the embark profile for everything, but for a new player, the easiest and best things to make is plump helmets, since that doesn't need any extra work, and that's what I'm going to teach you for this basics video. Is just make plump helmets all year around. So I'm pressing A, moving to plump helmets, and press enter. Then B, moving to plump helmets, press enter. C, move to plump helmet, enter. D, to plump helmet and enter. And now I've set up the farm to be farming plump helmets all year round. Now they'll also need some stockpiles to work with, and that's food stockpiles. And the food stockpile is a system which you should really expand and make. And I should really explain. I should make different stockpiles and set them up differently. And so this will be a big stockpile customization tutorial as well. And let's just make 3 basic stockpiles for now. We'll move this around later. Just place the stockpiles here now. These are all 3 food stockpiles. What I want to do though is make sure at least that all the seeds which are made in my fortress go to this little stockpile, which is right next to the farm, so we can plant them easily. And to do that, you go with Q, go to the stockpile and press S to change its settings. Then you get this menu, and here you can look into the food options here. And in the food options you can use the arrow keys around and move around here, and you can turn things off, like I don't want any toad meat in the stockpile, and you can turn that off. Better to do though is turn entire categories off, like with F I can forbid fish and meat and unprepared fish and eggs and plants. Well, the only thing I wanted in here was seeds, so let's turn everything off. So let's do that with pressing B for block all. Now everything is off. Now I can go to seeds, press P on that, and it'll allow all the seeds in here. Now this stockpile will just only have seeds. So when the dwarves have seeds, they'll just bring it there, and that'll make things a little bit easier. I think we're done with the menu, so I can move the buttons down again. Okay. Now let's set up these other 2 stockpiles. This one near my brewery is where I want plants, because you can only brew drinks from plants basically. So I'm going to go to this stockpile, press S, go to food, I'm going to press B again and turn everything on and turn only plants on. I could also turn drinks on, but I want them somewhere else, so I'm going to place those later. So now this stockpile only has plants, and that's fine. Or maybe I could also put fruit and leaves in here, because there's some fruits which you can also make drinks out of. So plants and fruits is fine for a stockpile for the still. And this other stockpile here, we'll have the rest of the stuffs. Here we'll build the kitchens where I'll actually make meals out of all the raw ingredients. So I'm going also with Q and then S on the stockpile and go here. Now here I want all the rest stuffs, and I'm also planning some stockpiles in the future. So what I'm going to do is go to the list. I'm going to turn off seeds, fruits, leaves and plants. And I also want to turn off drinks here and prepared meals. Prepared foods is weird, it has its own button here, U. So yeah, I've turned off plants, drinks, seeds and fruits and prepared foods. Okay, so those stockpiles are set, that is fine. Now, yeah, let's make the other two stockpiles. We're down here near my dining place. When the dwarves need to eat, they'll grab their food from this nearby stockpile. So let's DBH this again. There's still some filthy rocks lying in there. Press DBH again, DBH. I can go to here and hide this, so you don't see it. It's still there, the dwarves can still use them, but yeah, it makes things look a little bit easier on the eyes like this. And now let's build those other two stockpiles. And now these can be big as well, since I made these big rooms and set them. I'll do the top one here to be the drink stockpile. So let's go with Q into there again. S, turn everything off, and now I'm going to turn on just drinks. And for the bottom stockpile, same basically. Go to food, press B, and I'm going to press U to just turn on prepared food. Now, yeah, all the stockpiles will basically be sorted pretty nicely, and all the food we have from the wagon will be brought in as well. Like here, one dude is already carrying a barrel, which I can actually take a look at if I press V. So V, then I, and if I look through that, he has a sheep milk barrel, and he's placing that inside. Let's follow him and show him doing that job. Grabbing it from the wagon where we took it from in the beginning, bringing that inside and bring it here, placing it in stockpile, and then he's going to do his other jobs. This is almost done. Also, didn't I remove the tanner? And didn't I remove the stockpile and dug out things more there? I guess I didn't. We'll also need more digging in the future. You know what? I'll dig out another level here, since our miners are already done. We'll be using that for crafting in the future. Okay. Yeah, well, that's about the basics for food. Oh, wait, no. I forgot about the chickens and the ducks and the turkeys. I also like to set up stockpiles for those, and because eggs are a very good way to get food in Dwarf Fortress. So let's set that up. For that we're going to need a couple of things, and that's nest boxes. Forget about those orders for now. Pressing C to remove things out of these queues, by the way. Instead you make some wood nest boxes. I'm going to press A, enter, A, enter, A, enter to make a whole lot of them, because I'll need a whole lot of them. Okay, how about these orders? Forget about the doors for now. I want you focusing on the nest boxes, so I can place them and have my own little duck stockpile. Although I probably will need some doors. That's fine. Yeah. Also, for setting up a proper stockpile for the eggs. We're going to try and make have the chickens lay eggs, and our dwarves can eat those eggs. I kind of want an egg stockpile, a separate egg stockpile, which doesn't need to be that big. So let's make one. And I think between the kitchens here is a great spot to do that. I just removed with BX. I just removed a little piece of stockpile here. Let's make a new one. And I'm going to hit Q into the settings. And here B to turn on egg. Now eggs also in this stockpile, so let's turn that off here. And now all the eggs I have will be brought right here next to the kitchen. Oh, another thing, we'll need to make booze, and we need a couple more items for that. We do need the workshop here. We need to make some barrels. That's at the carpenter's workshop. That's Q to go in there, and then A to add a task, V for a barrel, V for a barrel. You can make barrels like that, or there's also another way. If I make them at a glass stores, I can make rock pots, which do the same things. These are food containers which I'm building now, and you'll need food containers because, well, try building beer without a barrel or something to hold it in. Oh, throat. Sorry. Okay, that's better. So yeah, once we have some of those barrels in, we should be able to brew some drinks. Maybe we can try out some already. You do that with Q, going to the still here, and then the option you want is brew drink from plant. Go to that, press R, press enter, and then press R, so they'll do it forever. That's a thing you can do at every workshop actually. It's just not here to still. I could also go to like one of these workshops, and instead of just building all these barrels, I could just press make a new barrel, press R, and he'll make barrels forever. That's the repeat order here until he runs out of wood, and then you'll get a little cancellation message at the bottom of the screen, and then the order is gone. For now though, I don't want infinite barrels yet. I just want a list of barrels. So I'll do that for now. Let's see. So yeah, all the hauling's being done. What's also probably happening is that our food guy, well, he's planting seeds. At least he's not hauling. Dig rebuttal. Let's make sure. Where are you? You are relieved from hauling. So to do that again, just go Z to go to him, B to go to the preferences, L for labor, and then shift enter to remove the hauling category. Dig rebuttal, you're removed from hauling, or relieved from hauling. And now he won't waste his time hauling things to the stockpile. And yeah, now some things need to be done, and I think I can take a little bit of a break while all this hauling needs to be done, because yeah, hauling needs to be done, and I need to make those nest boxes here, which isn't even started yet for the next step. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, the orders for the nest boxes and the barrels are done, at least some of them are. So let's continue with our food exploration. So I built some nest boxes, so let's place those. We're going to make some rooms over here where we're going to lock up our chickens and our ducks and our turkeys, so we can yeah, get their eggs and get a lot of them. And let's place them with N, actually not with N, with B and then capital N. Or it's at the bottom of the list here, and that's easier to do if you press minus a couple of times. Place them in a room somewhere. I'm going to just use a room like this. A room which I've placed doors around, as you seen earlier. And let's mix them a little bit between these two rooms, because I want to set up multiple rooms for that. Do I have one more? Nice. Okay. Now set that up. Now, yeah, when the chickens and turkeys want to lay an egg, they will go there and they'll claim a nest box, when they're in at least. But we're going to try and keep them inside for now. They don't need any food, they don't need any grass either, so it's fine to just stick them in a room here and forget about them, basically. And to do that, we're going to have to make some zones, some pasture zones or pasture zones. Which I made some 2 zones again with I and then enter to make the zones. And I've set them up. Now let's set this bottom up for the chickens and ducks, and the top one for the turkeys. So I'm going to the bottom one here and make that a pen pasture. Press enter. No. 1 second. So you go to this place. Then you press capital N. First you press N to make it a pen pasture, then you press capital N to go into the information here. Now you get a list of all the animals in your fortress, and I took a lot of ducks and drakes and roosters and hens with me, and let's put them all in this bottom room. So our dwarves have some duck eggs and chicken eggs to eat. There you go, that's all the hens and ducks. Let's put the turkeys in the top one. So that's N again, capital N. And put all the turkey hens and the turkey gobbler in there. Don't put the sheeps in there or the water buffaloes, they'll die. You can do that, but later when you pierce the caves, and let's not pierce the caves yet. Maybe in the next video. So now, yeah, it needs some time for all the things to be brought in. Also, all the animals will need to be brought in. They won't go in there on their own. Some dwarf will need to come and haul one of the animals, and that will happen. Or here come the chickens on their own, because there's nest boxes. Oh, and there, I think these are turkeys. Yeah, and well, they're already laying some eggs here. There's 10 turkey eggs in there. They were apparently very pregnant. And well, we'll sort this out later when everything is in. Let me wait a second. I'll unpause. Okay, while all that happening, something happened. Some migrants have arrived. We got some new dwarfs. And if I press unpause, then they'll show up. And hey, they show up right next to my fortress here. Now they go to one of the meeting areas, the one outside here. And then they'll go into my fortress. If I press U again, I can see how many I have extra. I have, I think I got 5 of them. And their new arrivals still, they won't do their jobs until they're done arriving. That'll take a while. At least as they come to go to a thing, a meeting area, then they'll go away and they'll start doing their jobs, which will be hauling for now. We'll set them up later. Let's also make some more barrels while we're at it. We'll need more of them to create food. Craftworks dwarf is fine for now. Also, looks like most of the animals are in. Okay, maybe we'll need to remove this because it's claimed by that one turkey. I'd rather that one turkey claim a new nest box here. It's probably this turkey. We'll keep trying to go to that one nest box because it claimed that, and that'll give problems. So now I should be able to place it again, and one chicken will probably claim it. Let's also make some more nest boxes while we're at it, because yeah, I do have enough chickens already to fill the nest boxes, I think. And that's here at the craft tours at the surface. F3. Okay, now that's done. All the eggs will be hauled out when there's eggs to this stockpile over here, which I made earlier, the egg stockpile. But I'm going to try and go and stop that at least for the turkeys, because I want a lot of turkeys. Turkeys are great for making leather, and yeah, we have enough eggs for food from the chickens and the ducks here anyway. So what I'm going to do is go into this stockpile, the stockpile here for the egg stockpile, and find the turkeys. And I know they're easier to find if you go from the bottom, like 4 pages upwards. And here they are, turkey hen eggs. Yeah, remove them from there so they won't be hauled to there. Also, what you should do to stop turkey eggs from being used is go into the kitchen menu, and that's Z. Z, go to the right, press enter, and then you have options here. And we should set a couple of things while we're here. You probably will won't want to cook plump helmets for now. Let's turn that off by pressing just C while we're here. And we won't, since it's red now, we won't cook with it, but we will brew with it. And if we press tab, well, we don't cook with seeds, that's good. With drinks, let's not cook with these either. I don't want to, yeah, cook all my booze away. And here, there is also turkey hen eggs. Don't cook with that. Do cook with all the other stuff though. And yeah, looks like we got a lot of hen eggs and duck eggs as well now. But yeah, your dwarf won't eat raw eggs, so we need to make some meals out of them. We set up this still earlier, but doesn't look like it's really working. Probably because, yeah, only now there's just a little plant which has arrived. You saw him holding a plump helmet, which has grown already and has been put into this barrel now. Probably this barrel. Yeah, it's full of plump helmets. Nice. So, yeah, we go to the spill. We brew drinks for plants, so that's Q to go to the still. Then A, and then B to add that. And I press R to do it forever, since we want a lot of booze. Same sort of thing by the kitchen. Go with Q, you go to the kitchen, you add a new task. And for now, let's make some easy meals forever. So pressing enter here right now for easy meals, R to do that forever. And yeah, now booze will be made when at least the farmer has the time. Maybe we should set that up because we got some extra dwarves. Because we have one dwarf doing all the farming, brewing and cooking now, and that's not really well set up. Let's take a look at the dwarf therapist, which needs to be reconnected. Also need to rename these dwarves, I'll do that later. There's 5 dwarves here, none of them have amazing skills, so I can just use them. Let's set up one up as a brewer and one as a cook, and let's also name them. 1 second. Okay, I named them after more Patreon backers. Now let's set, let's say maybe set one up as a brewer. Let's see, Dodger here came in with brewing skills, so he's going to do all the brewing. Let's remove the brewing from Dick Rebuttals. Dick Rebuttal will be our farmer, and Dodger here will be our brewer, and we'll need to set one up as a cook as well. And Mojo, you can do that. And that's all we want to do for now. And yeah, using the dwarf therapist here basically to add these options. That should do fine. Maybe also Dodger and Mojo both should be relieved from hauling, since they need to be creating food. Yeah, that one little alchemy tile all the fucking time. Maybe let's not remove all their hauling, because there's also sometimes there's some important hauling, like refuse hauling. Let's have them do that at least. And maybe some item hauling as well. We'll have to do refuse hauling. Is there bodies as well here? Whatever. We'll also do burials and food hauling. Just touch all the corpses and touch all the food. That nothing can go wrong with that, right? Yeah, nothing will. So yeah, they will do some of these hauling jobs, but mostly they'll focus their time on brewing and cooking. So yeah, now we have that. And when we unpause, they should probably start doing their job soon. Yeah, that's Dodger, making our booze. And there comes Mojo, who took some eggs. He's, yeah, taken 2 stacks of eggs, and he's going to make some food with that. And, yeah, Mojo down there is making booze down here. There's a dwarven wine barrel. So all that is going fine. Oh yeah, might be a good idea is to make a special furniture stockpile near here for barrels. Let's do that. That can be fine in this room. We'll put it here. We'll put the furniture stockpile here, but we don't want all the furniture in our fortresses here. I'm going to make an exception. I'm going to just forbid all the types. Furniture stockpile works different than foods. It's mainly about the types. If you turn all the types off here, then nothing will go in there. And if I just set this to things like barrels, which should be in here somewhere, like large pots and food storage. Yeah, that's it. Now only barrels will be brought here, and then the brewers and the cooks won't have to walk as far to go get that. And to be sure, we're still making wood barrels, but make some more wood barrels anyway. Could probably also use another carpenter at this point, because carpenters are good and we use a lot of carpentry. Let's see, Neldressa, you're going to do some carpentry on the side and maybe other jobs later as well. And how about some wood crafting for you as well? There you go. Okay, and well, now I think we've got the basic food setups done. Now with the... oh, my lungs. Yeah, man, doesn't help that my throat is dying either. So yeah, we've done all the basic food setups. Now these chickens and these ducks will just keep laying eggs, and our dwarves will put them together in meals, and we can take a look at those with tea. They're probably still all in here. No, they're actually being moved. Like, yeah, that is the way I intended it. I set it up. Oh yeah, before I leave, I don't like a blinking thing. I just remove that one little tile. So we go down here to these stockpiles. Here, that's our beer stockpiles. And yeah, there's dwarven wine in there. And dwarven beer. Some other stuff, all the dwarves foods we took with us. And down here should be some prepared meals. There's some hen egg biscuits. And you can take a look at what's in these barrels, like by pressing K, going to the barrel, press enter, then you can press V for the description of the barrel itself, or you go to an item in the barrel with minus and plus somewhere, press enter on that, then V, and here I have a stack of 17 hen egg biscuits. They're made out of hen egg and hen egg. So yeah, chicken eggs, and there's also some duck egg biscuits made out of just duck eggs. So yum, they're sort of omelets, I guess. But they've been cooked, and now our dwarves will eat them. And that's also why I put in the hunter, the butcher, and the tanner, by the way, before we move. The butcher will butcher animals. I also started with a hunter in the kit. He's, well, right now he's actually eating but not doing his hunting job. That's why we also built those wooden bolts. And every once in a while he'll shoot an animal somewhere out there in the world, and then that animal will be butchered, and its skin will be tanned at the tanner, and all that meat that you get from the butcher will automatically go to the stockpiles here. Also, you want to build a butcher outside because it stinks, basically. You want to build stinky things outside, and I'll deal with you got miasma, which is a purplish gash if you do it inside, and your dwarves hate miasma, so you really need to take care that your dwarves don't go and do that. Okay, well, that's all the food basics for here. I could also start maybe some extra farms before let's do that before I leave. So because that's what I usually do on my stream. So I have one plump helmet farm now. Now let's expand that a little bit for the future. I'll cover these crops in their own videos. First they'll need to be made though. But I'll start growing the other crops there. And with 2 little farms like this, that should be fine. Doesn't look like the farmer does want to do that at the moment though. He's more focused on planting those plump helmets. And that's fine. Let's see, like that looks like that order is stopped. Probably ran out of eggs by now. Maybe not. Or maybe barrels. yeah, here we go, we're making more food. Well, now we got enough food, and it's only the 6th month of the year. It's like June. So I think we'll survive the winter with this amount of food coming in. Because in the winter it might be really hard to get food. Especially since plants don't grow all year round. And that's about the time when your starting supplies run out as well. So we're sad for that. I'll cover these plants, these farm plots in their own videos later, I guess. Because this is taking too long. Okay, I think we're about done with the basics food video. You know how to create barrels and stuff like that, how to set up a proper food stockpile and put it into multiple parts to get your food stockpiles, the actual food and the drinks near your dining room, so your dwarves don't have to walk far from that. And yeah, you should be safe to survive the winter. And also, of course, the chicken stockpiles and the turkey stockpiles. We'll make some puppy stockpiles later as well, that'll be fun. But yeah, that's enough for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you learned. And I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, here's a quick little note to show you my Patreon page. It's patreon.com/DFVIDTUTS. This is a site where you can give artists like me money, so we can get a little bit more stable income per month. Please think about supporting me here, it would mean a lot to me, and then I could focus more on making videos. Also, as an added bonus, you can get yourself dwarfed. There's a dwarfing list, and if you sign up for the Patreon for at least $1, you can get into that, and then you can actually walk around in my fortress. Well, at least your name will walk around in my fortress. So yeah, please think about supporting me on the Patreon.